Okay. Um, Hi, Favor. Hi, everyone. Once again, I want to say thank you so much for inviting me, Titi, for this. Personal finance is something that I am extremely passionate about for many reasons because I have experienced what it means not to have personal finance or not to have proper financial planning. I have gotten, you know what? Let me not even spoil the gist. Like I have gotten to stages whereby I've experienced different phases of being not being a personal finance enthusiast, right? So I'll just go into the um presentation straight. Today we are just going to be focusing on two major areas: financial planning and financial lifestyle. Because honestly, you cannot cover personal finance in the next 1 hour at all. It's very broad. And that's why today we're just going to be focusing on financial planning and financial lifestyle. And focusing here, we're going to be looking at financial awareness, lifestyle and habits, financial planning, specifically budgeting, right? Identifying Ponzi scheme, avoiding overdebtedness, and black tax. These things are areas that I feel like every single person at one point or the other will experience it one way or the other. Me personally, I think that from lack of budgeting, right, to falling into the hands of Ponzi schemes, to going into having so much debt and falling into the hands of black tax. I have experienced all this. So basically, this session will be me sharing personal stories and how you don't become me, or you don't face the same challenges that I face at that particular phase of my life. Right. So now let's imagine, right? This is more like an exercise that I would please allow. I'm going to be encouraging everyone to please participate. This session, we are just going to go into like an imagination session, right? And in the next 1, 2, 3, and go. So after imagining, right, I would want to start this session with financial awareness. I believe that we all know that education is very key and is very paramount. So financial education starts from financial awareness. And it is the major key that actually opens door to smart decision is when you are aware that you can now say that, you know what, I can make smart decisions. I can do this. I can manage my money properly. I can do the right thing. So because of that, we are going to be starting this particular session with financial awareness. And the first thing that we are going to be doing is to understand our financial standing. And when I mean understanding our financial standing, it means understanding our financial score, right? So I have created a list.
Hi everyone, is it just me or can you still hear Abisola? Just let me know in the chat if it's okay. You can't hear her. Okay, maybe she's having a little trouble with her internet, but I'm sure she's going to join us very soon. I think maybe she's had some internet trouble, but hopefully she will be back with us very soon. Yeah, I'll try to see have her back. Um, her screen is still here. So let me just make sure that she's in. She's joining us. She's back, so she's joining us now. I'm trying to let her in. You know, like Nigeria, one Nigeria. Hi, Abisola. I think she's trying to connect. Hi, Abisola. I can't hear you if you're speaking, but I know that you are. Hello. Probably still trying to connect. Hi, Abisola. Can you hear me? I think I can see that you're here, but I cannot seem to hear if you're speaking. Oh, and she's out again. Oh, she's having some internet trouble. Hopefully that's resolved soon. Thanks everybody for your patience. Uh, Sorry, sisters. She's trying to join in again. Hopefully this time. Yeah. So someone on the team contacted her. She said like Zoom kicked her out. Trying to join. Sorry for the breaking transmission. Okay, I think she's back. Sorry, sisters. We're facing some technical trouble. But hopefully she's going to be with us very soon. We're trying to get her back in, but she just keeps getting. So she's tried to come back into the room a couple of times, but she just keeps getting kicked out. Um, but what I will do is we'll try to see if she can just come back in with another device, and then maybe I would share her screen for her. So I'm very comfortable with doing that. But I will just try to try to resolve this. Thanks everyone for your patience. Hopefully we're able to resolve this very soon. Fortunately, we can't go on. Like our speaker has to be here, of course. And the session was going so well. Internet just not outside.
Hello,
Abisola, can
everyone.
you
I
hear
hope you are
me?
still here. And
Yes, I
today,
was here. Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry. I
No
don't even
problem.
know what
Fine.
happened. Everything just tripped off.
It's fine.
Is it possible for you to help me share from your
Yes,
end?
I'm totally fine with that. I will do that
Okay,
shortly.
please just
Yeah.
help me share from your end.
Does your screen have any sound or is it without sound? Like the video?
Without sound is fine. Without sound is fine.
Okay, so and then
Okay. If we are still here, please let's just say hi in the comment section. Let's know. Let me know that we are still together. Okay, hi.
hi.
I know. Hi, Praise. Hi, Pelumi. Hi. Okay. I can see that we are still together. So I'm just going to Titi, please just go to the slide of financial awareness. We're just going to do a very short exercise because our time has actually is fast spent. And what we are going to do now is to try to do a bit of reflection and understand our financial position. So it's a very short task, and I want everyone to please participate. So the next slide, please. Okay, so this is it. This is just like know your financial standing. So I have brought out list of criteria. Income, that's the money that you get daily or weekly or depending on your on the way you get your income. Then savings, investments, debt, financial literacy, and budgeting. So you're just going to score yourself. Let's be truthful. Don't choose something that is not yours. Like, don't choose something that doesn't reflect your current financial standing. You are going to score yourself per point, right? Let's just assume, right? Abisola has maybe she doesn't have a stable income. I'm going to give myself 5/20 in income. Savings, maybe Abisola doesn't even have any savings, so I'm going to score myself 0 for that. So 5 plus 0 is 0. It's 5 rather. So investment, right? Do I have any investment? Am I just investing in just one particular platform? Maybe just stock, maybe just equity, maybe just one particular kind of investment, just one. So I'll give myself 5, maybe 5 plus 5, 10. Then debt, maybe I have like a very high level of debt or without any, and my income is not even able to pay my debts. So I'll give myself 5. That's like 15. And maybe financial literacy, right? I don't even understand what financial literacy means. They are just shouting every time financial literacy, financial education, but I really don't understand it, right? So I'll give myself 0. Then budgeting, I don't really know what budgeting is, maybe 0 too. Then that means I have 15/100. Let's be truthful, right? And let's see, let's call ourselves. In the chat box, you can just note it down what your score is, then we'll move on to the next. Like 1 minute, like in fact 1 minute, then we'll move on to the next slide as fast as possible. Okay, Antonia said 65 over 100. Joylog said 35. Or 35. Good. Okay. Who else? I'm not seeing other people. It's nothing to be shy about, honestly. I feel like financial literacy, financial awareness is a journey. You start from somewhere, then you move continuously. So Maya, okay, thank you. 20. Maya said, what's my score? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you my score before the end of this session. Melody 20. Okay, Jane 30. Good. Success 35. Okay. I'm believing that almost everyone has done theirs. I'm just going to wait for like a few more seconds. Okay. Titi. Okay, and I can see that on this call. In fact, I don't even think we should have personal finance rates at all, because it seems like we are all financially aware. Okay, so now that we've scored ourselves, let's now assign a particular name to what we are. Right, the score doesn't really matter. What we want to know is what our standing is. Are we beginner? Are we an apprentice? Are we an enthusiast, or are we a maven or a prudent? So let's just give ourselves name, and that's the name that we would call ourselves from the beginning of this session to the ending of this session. Okay, Oludumi said that she's an apprentice. Ayobami enthusiast. Adiola said, why are you laughing? Okay, you're good now. Okay, let's just keep it coming. Bemisola, okay. Vida said apprentice. Okay. Beginner, maven, apprentice. I'm still looking for the pundits in this house, but let's continue. Apprentice, enthusiast. Okay. Okay. Good. Just 1 more minute, then we'll move. It feels like the time is just flying. Titi, I don't know. Okay, the next slide. Adenike said pundit. Okay, wow, that's nice. Miriam, put it in the making. Okay, so this is just to really understand where we are financially before we now say that, oh, okay, these are the things that we need to do. Financial awareness, personal finance is a journey. It starts from point A to point B, which is why I would say that I started my financial journey as a beginner. I felt so everything that you can see in that beginner 0 point part, that's how I started my journey. From someone that fell into the hands of Ponzi scheme to someone that was indebted for like had high level of debt, right? To someone that didn't even understand what budgeting is. That's why I'm saying that it's not something to be ashamed of. It's something that you are starting from somewhere. You are aware about something. So you know that you're going somewhere. Now that you know, the next thing for you to do is actually check your lifestyle and habits. And from there, you would see some of the little mistakes that you make in your financial decision that can help you move from a beginner to a pundit. And that's what we're going to be doing in this particular session, right? We're going to be looking at our financial lifestyle. In budgeting, the first thing that you're going to look at is, okay, do I even have a monthly budget? You know what? This is like a question and answer session, right? Because we can't go as in-depth as I would love us to go. But I think everyone should just ask that question.
Yeah.
Like, do I? Yes, you want? Okay. Who is that? Okay, I guess that was a mistake. Okay, so do you have a budget? Do we even have a budget? I'm sure that you already have the answer from the know your financial standing that you actually did. And budgeting is such a beautiful thing. And in the next slide, we'll be understanding why we should actually have a budget and why it is very, very important. And this budgeting, it enhances our financial lifestyle. It helps us, right? So the next thing that we're going to look at is emergency fund. I feel like we underestimate on emergency fund. Like, even if you have a budget in this life and you don't have like an emergency fund, you will still go beyond your budget, because emergency for things happen beyond our expectations. Like, somebody can need money, right? Or maybe you need to, if you're in school, for example, you need to buy like you know how a lecturer will just tell you to go and buy a particular course outline or something randomly. I don't know, students in the house, some regular expenses. Okay, sister, Titi said I can take 5 minutes extra. Okay, that's fine. Emergency fund is very, very, very important. So savings, how exactly can we incorporate this in our lifestyle? Is by in our budget. When we are creating our budgets, you create a particular set or a particular amount that you can say that I want to save, I want to invest in, and ensuring that even in your lifestyle, in terms of types of kind of debts that you take, you change it. And in all these things that I have listed here, in the subsequent slide, I'm going to expand on it, right? Next slide, Titi. So why is budgeting essential, right? I didn't want to come here and say that, oh, okay, this is a budgeting technique, take it, right? This is something that is very important to you. But I want us to come from the place of understanding. They say that is when you understand something, that's when you will know how to use it, right? And when you know something is beneficial for you, then using it won't be particularly a problem. So it helps you in being financially aware, right? When you are budgeting, anytime I sit down, maybe at the end of the month, and I'm creating like a budget for myself for the new month, right? Or maybe like I'm reviewing my past expenses, I would see expenses that I have taken that I knew that I didn't really need these expenses, and I can find a way to incorporate or just kill it, right? It makes me make smart decisions. And most of the things that I have seen is that most people, most young professionals, most students, most business owners, they don't have a budget. And that's why they see that they spend beyond their means, they spend beyond their earnings, right? And it gets to a point that when they now need the money that they need, go, they will now take debt, they will take loan for it. And this is something that I'm speaking like from personal experience. So also, budgeting helps you to hit your savings and financial goals, like your financial goals in general, right? When I'm budgeting, I know that, oh, okay, I'm saving towards, let's say I'm saving towards something, right? I can start saying that, oh, I will start assigning, let's say, it's particular amount of money towards this particular thing that I'm saving. I remember one time, right? I needed to change when me and my mom needed to change our apartment, right? And what I did was a particular amount of my money, because I knew that it's something that we needed to do. Instead of me just sitting down hoping for like a miracle to come from above, which is possible, by the way, but I knew that I could do something towards that. So a particular amount of my savings, I targeted it um to this house chain, like change of apartments that we wanted to do. So every month from my salary, I was assigning this, and that made me like, I was even excited at the end of every month when I'm transferring the money to, let's say, an account that I had, right? I would be excited because I knew that, oh, okay, I've hit this particular amount of my target. I've hit that. So it made me excited, right? That I could save towards.
Can everyone hear Abisola? Is it just me? We can hear her again. Okay, hopefully we'll be able to get her back in um today. I said today, soon rather. Thank you for your patience, everyone. So we'll just wait for a few moments. Hopefully she's able to join us very soon, actually. So yeah. But I hope you guys are enjoying the session so far. I saw your numbers. Did you like was it when you just so that we can just before she comes back in, when you were able to like, calculate where you fall on the financial planning scale, right? Did you were you shocked? Or were you like actually okay, yeah, like it pans out, or was it like, oh my god? Or some of you never even do it at all because you know inside of your heart that I dare not, because if I do it, I will cry. So let me know in the comments while we're waiting for Abisola to come back in. So I can see the comments. I can see Tim was like, God, I beg. Well, to be honest, I didn't even like I didn't do it, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how where I will fall, honest. I think I should actually do it. But yeah. So let me see. Let me read while we're waiting for Abisola to come back in. Let me read people's comments. Success as Luca is like, it was disappointing, girl. But that's why I had this session, right? To like get better. Someone said, Gwemisola said, I was not shocked, lol. However, okay, I can see like a lot of people are saying like they weren't shocked. So that's really good. It means that we are self-aware sisters. So regardless of whether you fall at 2 or you fall at 100, the good thing is you know where you fall. So it's easy for you to now know, okay, I can do better. Okay, I can see Oluwapelumi saying, I was laughing at myself. Oh my gosh. Oluwadimu Deborah was saying that she was not shocked at all. Okay, that's cool. Vanessa is like, I guess that's the point of the whole thing. Yes, of course. Exactly. I think regardless of whether even if you have 100, but let's be honest, I don't even have 100. At the end of the day, right, there's always room for improvement. That's even the point of this entire session. Let me see if she's back with us. I know.
Okay.
Hi, Bisola, are you back?
Yeah, so I had to just change my device, please. I had to change my device because
No
it was just
problem.
malfunctioning. But I'm so sorry, guys. I'm genuinely sorry for the break in transmission. But I saw that Titi was already doing justice to it.
I can It's you, you're my organ now. I just try my best.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much, Vanessa. I'm sorry for the break in transmission, guys. I saw a comment that said new year, new us. Please and please, oh yes, so new year, new us, right? And we're going to be very intentional about what we do with our money this time around. And that's the most, just as Titi said, that's the most important part about this session. It's more like an eye-opening session for you to see, what you're doing wrong, what you can do better. It's not going to cover every area, but it's going to open your eyes to things that you need to do. And just as I was saying, right, another reason why budgeting is important is debt management. If you also look at that table, there is a particular part that shows zero. Especially for debt, you see that you have high level of debt and you've gotten to that point whereby you are using debt to repay debt. That's something that budgeting can help you solve, right? It shows that it will help you see that, oh, okay, I'm owing this. I can restructure my finances. I'm just going to, you know, endure the pain for now so that I can enjoy for tomorrow, right? I cut down some of my expenses on things that I need to do. Emergency funds, emergency for things that you help for your baby girl life. You understand now. These that you just want to treat yourself. You want to treat yourself. It's from your emergency fund. You're not meant to take it from things that's like for your investment. You want to go out now. Your friend says that, oh, okay, I know, or success. Let's go out. And the next thing that you're doing, You're taking it from your savings or investment. You're breaking your piggy vest, or you're breaking your um you are breaking your bank or your safe lock. Do you understand? That's not how it's meant to be. You're not meant to do that, right? It's not financially good for you. So also financial goal prioritization, you also reduce this financial stress. It's just like you want to read a book now, right? I have a table of contents. They put table of content there for us for something, so that we know where what is where. And when we are at the first particular page, when you are at page 20, you know that, oh, okay, page 20 means that I have like 80 more pages to go, right? So that burden of saying that I don't even know what my money looks like, I don't know what I'm spending on, I don't know what I'm doing with my money, it reduces it. That's what budgeting does for us, right? And in the future, it helps us to build wealth in the long run. Next slide, please, Titi. Next slide. Now, this one I'm very, very excited to talk about. Ponzi scheme, Ponzi investment, right? I knew that I couldn't go deep. No, previous slide, previous slide. No, previous slide, Ponzi investment. That's where we are.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to. Is this it?
Yeah, while MCT is helping us. No, the previous one, yes, yes. 11.
Yeah, this is
What it is
London.
helping us, okay, what it is helping us navigate that, right? I just want to ask, how many of us has fallen into the prey of Ponzi investment, right? Let's be sincere. Let's be sincere, right? Let's be sincere. I will say yes. My answer is yes. Esther said I have. Oh. Any other person here, let me know, right? Anyone? Ore said yes, I have. Like Ayobami said I have. Success said I have. Timlande said yes. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this. And me personally, I have. And briefly, I'm just going to tell you this story, right? My friend, from the goodness of her heart, right? Your friends, they love you and they want you to grow wealth as much as they are growing wealth. And she told me about this investment like this that was earning 20%. Let me tell you, I was in the financial space. That's the most annoying thing about this. So it's not about how smart you think you are about financial education. That's why it's a growing journey. You can't be 100%. It's a growing journey. Peer pressure. Stella said 2017 peer pressure. So, you know, it's a growing journey. So she introduced me to it that Abisola, there's this 20% investment. And I'm like, okay. And the money that I told you that I was saving towards getting a new apartment, the joyous me used it, took it to Ponzi scheme. So you can imagine how it hits me, right? Yeah. So, and these people, they've crafted it in such a way that they know that the youths, we want something quick, we want something exciting, right? So they've literally looked for ways to solve our problems, and it's more like they will give you something, they would create it in such a way that it would be sweet in the beginning, but we didn't know, or we don't know that the ending is actually going to be very bitter. So that's why I've created this particular session focusing on identifying Ponzi investments, right? After being in the financial space and learning, opening my ears to learn, right? One of the ways is that it's going to be it's a consistent high guaranteed returns. Let me say it year and year. The only guaranteed return in the world are only fixed income instruments. No, like even if you don't pick anything, in this session, the only guaranteed investment in the world is they are fixed income instruments, and most of them are backed by the government. So they are backed by the government because the government knows that yes, like they would always find a way to ensure that you get your money back, right? But every other kind of investment, equity, when you invest in companies, think of it, any kind of other investment, right? They are not guaranteed. So when somebody is guaranteeing you 20, 30%, you should know that is already shaky. Just know it, right? Even some agricultural investment that you think are actually normal, like this is it. But once they start guaranteeing you, just know that it's a problem, right? So lack of transparency and complex strategies. Their ways are not right. That's the truth. Their ways are not right. They will not tell you that this is exactly. They will give you one bobo story that you would be happily ready to accept that, you know what, Swicas, Oxford groups. Hey, so you know them, they will not, they would come up with one story that seems right, but is not. Like, is their process, they will not tell you that this is exactly what we invest in. They will just come up with something. And the most exciting part of this thing, of opening your eyes to see this kind of Ponzi scheme, is lack of registration and regulatory compliance. Any investment that starts saying that, oh, okay, if you ask them, are you guys registered by SEC? By the way, SEC is Security and Exchange Commission, and most investments, right? Most legit in fact, all, let me, I stand to be corrected, but all investments are regulated by SEC. There is a reason why they are regulated by SEC, because it's money. It has to do with people's livelihood. So there is a regulatory body that has been created in the economy or in the country to actually look at that people's money, to manage people's money and ensure that there is no mago mago. Do you understand? So please and please note this, that in fact, all investment options are regulated by a Security and Exchange Commission established in different countries. All countries are different, but there are always Securities and Exchange Commission consistently across the world. Then the next thing is that they will be telling you that, if you bring two people, you will get four, you get 10%, you get extra money. Bring two people, you get five. Affiliate marketers are very, very passionate, so they will tap into that spirit of quick money for you. When you bring one more person, you get extra money. They are very, very passionate, and the way they will sell it to you, because you too, you believe in it. You've gotten your money once, they've paid you once, you feel like it's true. You know what, you too, you go and bring people, pack your family members. Be careful. When they start pushing you to bring people like that, just be careful, right? And also, they are always secretive and with their operations, and most of them, they don't have physical offices, right? There is a reason why bank has physical offices. There is a reason why investment banks have physical offices. There's a reason why financial services bring have physical offices. There are reasons for all this, right? So that they can, because when they are doing their companies, there are a lot of regulatory compliance and regulatory stuff. There are some requirements that you have to meet to be able to establish company like that. The SEC, which is Securities and Exchange Commission, they were not just created because they felt like they should be created. They understand why they should be created, right? So please and please, they said, Favor said they didn't even pay me at first. So which brings us to the last point: difficulty withdrawing your money. When the first time you withdraw, second time they start telling you stories they have touched, my friend, please fight for your money. Just know that there is already problem, right? Once you see that there is difficulty withdrawing your money, know that there is a problem there. And I hope that with this viewpoint of mine, you are able to understand what, or when you see Ponzi scheme like this, you are able to, grab or know that this is a Ponzi scheme and it shouldn't be, right? Yeah. Next slide. Hey, 5 minutes to go. Okay, next slide. I think we have like 2, 3 more slides to go, so we're almost done and we'll wrap up. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to rush through this, right? Over debtedness. So many of us fall into this, right? I wanted to bring the essence of these slides were to bring personal experience and just open our eyes to see how we don't fall prey or consistently be in this situation, right? So over debtedness, right? One of the major ways to curb this is having a realistic budget. Don't plan a budget based on your future incomes. Money that has not come. You say that when this money enter like this, I'm going to use it to do this. Then you now start analyzing money. Money never enter. Use the one that is like that. You budget, of course, is a is for you to plan money that is to come, but it's a stable money. This one you are sure, not the one that you are doing one expert to look at. Not that one. Not that one that you are looking like you're trying to you like, okay, what if not? What if no? Not that kind of money. Stable income. You are planning income that you know that is coming. Do you understand? I've finished. Let me just give a very simple tip for temperance, right? When you know that you want to make for you that you know that once money comes in like this, you finish the money. Automate some of your monies, right? Automate them. Like, this is it would help you. Automate them. Have different accounts for different things. Like, I have an account that is strictly for spending my excess expenses, right? So I have an account for that. Then another thing that you can do is automate some of these things. Like, if you have a debt repayment, automate it that once this money enters your account, is debited or is sent to this amount immediately, right? Just take advantage of things like that. Okay, so another thing is live within your means, please and please. Not the one that you will see an influencer publicizing something and you're so excited, and the next thing you're doing, you're messaging the Instagram vendor. Live within your means, right? And also avoid high interest debt. And you know what these debt people, these loan company have done? They've made it so easy and so sweet to see, like so sweet and exciting to have that. But we don't know, we never sit down to calculate their debts. We never sit down to calculate our debt. Sorry, the interest on this debt, right? So please and please avoid high interest debt. All these loan company, most of their interest, once you calculate it, you see that it's like about 30%. And in fact, when you invest your money, the interest on your investment is not even up to the interest that you pay on your debt. So like let's be financially aware in this season. Calculate once you are even signing any agreement that is related to loan, all these things. Ensure that you look at the interest. Look at the interest there. So always avoid high interest debts. There are plenty. And I would very be practical for my people in Nigeria and other people in Africa. No worry, I don't have experience there yet, but we're getting there. But for people in Nigeria, this is it. Like, you would see that your bank loan, right, is way lower than other kind of company, all these microfinance company, by the time you calculate their interest that they are paying on debt, is about 30%, 20%. I'm saying it, these things are life experiences. I've experienced it, so I know, right? Then next slide, please, Titi. Avoid impulse purchase, right? Before you buy anything, let me tell you what I do, right? I first of all go and tell my friend. I speak to my friend and I'm like, how far? Like, what do you think about this thing? Then she gives me like pep talk. Or sometimes I would wait till, like, I'll sleep over it and see if I really need to buy that thing. Then finally, let me just wrap up fast. This I wanted to touch briefly on this black tax. Black tax is something that I feel like every single person have experienced one way or the other. And this black tax are, just as it's defined, it's just used to all these obligations that comes from extended families, communities, just in fact, what you don't know, that buying your friend's birthday gift every month is a black tax, but we don't know that. We don't look at it that way, right? Um, Buying your partner birthday gift every year is black tax. Like, what that's what we don't know. It's black tax, right? But the way you apportion your black tax, that's where it is. That's how it's the way you manage it, right? You can say that this month I don't want to spend beyond this for my black tax. And once you even say you don't want to spend beyond this, immediately you have assigned the remaining money that you have to investment, to savings, to your emergency fund. You would like, so that would help you. It's not like then you now want to buy something, a gift for someone, then you are now having to break banks. So in fact, God said, health issues, all these things that comes up, like, oh, okay, like, oh, you I want to give my mommy, I'm such a good daughter, I want to give my mom this particular amount at the end of the month, is a black tax, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I'm saying that plan for it, right? Plan for it, plan for them, plan for expenses, for birthday gifts, for paying for your plan for it, and apportion your income appropriately. Things that you can move forward, move it forward. Things that you can keep, like, do them. And and also ensure that in creating black tax, create systems. When I mean systems, like, that things like, oh, okay, health would come up, like, is beyond us, right? What you can do is to get an health insurance. I knew, I've said this, that I'm saying this from personal experience, right? I knew I've always been a benefit of what's the name of this thing, health insurance. So I didn't know what hospital bills cost until my mom fell ill and I had to go to the hospital and I had to pay hospital bill. Let me tell you, it hit my emergency fund, hit my savings, hit my investment, and finished my money just because I never planned for it. I didn't get health insurance. HMOs are cheaper, better than whatever we think, right? So get HMO for your family, get it for your mommy, get it for your parents, and plan for black tax. And don't just wait till situations happen before you actually get a black tax. So with this viewpoint of mine, I hope that I've been able to cover various issues and touch a bit about personal finance for us. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was an amazing session. Thank you so much, Abisola. I've learned a lot. So many things I didn't even know, I now know. I'm sure our participants, people of God, sisters, let our speaker feel your energy. Let her know, if you have been transformed, if you know things that you did not know before. Thank you so much, Abisola. I know that time is fast spent, but I wanted to ask if you're willing, like if you're open to it, you can just take one question, or maybe they could maybe contact you later to ask questions, but it depends on, we could take one, just one very quick question. We could take just one, but it depends. What do you think? Or they could contact you later questions. What do you feel?
I think I can take one. Then every other question can be relayed honestly. So
Okay,
I'm open.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So if you have, but the first person this is fastest fingers, because we don't have time and we want to make sure that we have some time to do, connection tables, even if it's just a few seconds or minutes. So somebody is saying, how do you go about automating your funds in Nigeria? So I think that's a good question. And over to you, Abisola.
Okay, thank you very much. Who asked the question? I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I okay, so what I do personally, right? There are ways. So in your bank, although they charge, let me just say the truth, they charge you, but it's a good kind of charging. So one that I've used, apart from banks doing it specifically, you can just go to your bank. In fact, it's on your bank app, right? All you have to do is, bank app varies, so it varies. So I can't really say that and give you like a step by step, but just go to your bank app, you'll be able to automate your funds, or just send a mail to your bank. Then another thing that you can do for free, if you don't want to do that, is I use Piggyvest, but I don't want to recommend it. Piggyvest, I'm sorry, but I use Piggyvest sometimes, but I don't want to recommend it because, let me just keep my reservations aside. So, but Piggyvest also automates, like, automatically, and I don't have to pay any charge for that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So there are also other apps that do that. So I'm very, in fact, I shouldn't have mentioned name or any particular name, but there are other apps that automate it for free for you. They save you. In fact, once you create the lock, they save it for you immediately or invest it immediately. So thank you very much. Yeah, I hope I've
Thank
been
you
able to
very
answer
much.
that question.
Thank you very much, Abisola. Honestly, I'm like, we're very grateful on behalf of everybody. We're grateful. This has been an amazing session. Thank you for sharing your experience.